Good morning, everyone. I wanted to say thank you to my fellow human service workers and my peers for inviting me back today and letting me share more information about something I feel so strongly about, and also something that needs your help. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Angel Fugabon, and I just graduated from Baker College of Allen Park with my bachelor's in human services. Last time I was here, I spoke about safe sleep. So just a reminder of those of you who are unfamiliar with what safe sleep is, we're talking about your infant child from birth to around 6 to 8 months and their sleeping arrangements. So safe sleep involves a certain routine with your baby when putting them down for a nap or to sleep for the night. A baby should always be on their back in a crib, bassinet, or a pack and play. Back sleeping on a firm mattress in a crib, bassinet, or pack and play decreases the risk for SIDS and other fatal accidents. An easier way to remember these steps is the ABC model. So, alone on their back in a crib with nothing else except a fitted sheet. No stuffed animals, toys, anything like that. If you don't have a crib, bassinets and pack and plays are both safe sleeping environments for your infant. If you can't afford a crib, you can use a safe drawer with a folded sheet on the bottom of it. So, does anyone have questions before I continue? Yeah? Okay, so the woman over here just asked, why should I place my baby on his or her back to sleep? Research shows that the back sleep position is the safest for babies. This position carries the lowest risk of sudden infant death syndrome. Research also shows that babies who sleep on their backs are less likely to get fevers, stuffy noses, and ear infections. The back sleep position makes it easier for babies to look around the room and move their arms and legs. Now that we're a little more aware of what safe sleep is, I would like to talk to you guys about some numbers and statistics that I find very shocking. So as of May 2016, last year, the number one cause of death among infants was due to an unsafe sleeping environment. From 2010 to 2014, there were 712 sleep-related infant deaths. These deaths are those where the sleep environment was likely to have contributed to the death, including those ruled sudden infant death syndrome, sudden unidentified infant death syndrome, suffocation, and other causes. In Michigan, 5 out of every 1,000 Caucasian babies, 7 out of every 1,000 Hispanic babies, and 14 out of every 1,000 African American babies die before their first birthday. To sum this up, one baby dies every 4 days in Michigan due to an unsafe sleep environment. Also in Michigan, approximately 50% of infants who died of sleep-related causes were found on their stomach, and the same percentage were placed in an adult bed. 20% were placed on a couch or on a chair or on the floor, but only 1 out of 6 of those babies who died were using the safe sleep method. As we can see, safe sleep practices in Michigan need our attention. The numbers do not lie in this situation, and we need to solve this problem as soon as possible. But in order to solve this problem, we need to address the other issues that are leading up to these sleep-related deaths. There are a variety of factors that impact a caregiver's choices regarding their child's sleep environment and its importance of the caregiver's daily life. For many caregivers, these include the challenges of caring for a new infant without basic needs such as social support system, transportation, stable housing, and healthy food, things like that. All these necessities can add up to why the parent or caregiver is putting their baby in an unsafe sleep environment. They may not be able to afford a crib or pack and play because they need money for food or housing, and they have other kids that they need to worry about as well. They may also be uneducated on actually how fatal that this can be, and they may be in denial that this can never happen to them. Although there's no law when an infant dies from an unsafe sleep environment, there needs to be some type of consequence, I think. But instead of a consequence, we can safety plan and take precaution to make sure that we prevent these deaths from happening. If we have caseworkers evaluate the homes before the child is born, they can take action if the mother doesn't have a crib or a bassinet or pack and play or something for the baby to sleep in the household. Upon the baby's arrival, we can refer or even bring a safe sleeping arrangement to the home. We could also send a professional or nurse to explain the process and explain and show exactly how to lay your baby safely. Since more than half of these deaths occurred in a home that did not have a crib present, I believe these efforts will tremendously reduce the numbers. As our health professionals, they can encourage parents to always put their baby in a safe sleep environment. They can provide individuals caring for pregnant women, infants, and caregivers with strategies to promote a consistent, safe sleep environment. So if they're going away for the weekend or if they're staying at someone else's house, they can order brochures, posters, or DVDs, something to have on hand to give to their patients who are expecting when they're at the doctor's. So they do have those tools. As a parent with a baby, always place your baby in a safe sleep environment. Do not allow smoking around your baby. If possible, breastfeed your baby. Offer a pacifier when placing your baby down to sleep. Also be sure that everyone who cares for your baby knows how to place your baby into a safe sleep environment. So grandmas, grandpas, younger sisters, aunts and uncles, nannies, all of those types of people as well. And if you are ever feeling overwhelmed or exhausted, ask for help. There are early childhood home visiting programs designed to assist families in caring for infants. They can provide you with support and connect you to the resources that you need. I had a couple people in the audience write down questions for me while I've been talking, so I'd like to answer those before I leave today. So the first one, will my baby choke if placed on his or her back while sleeping? And this is from Catherine, who is 20. So Catherine, your answer is no. Healthy babies naturally swallow or cough up fluids. It's a reflex that all people have to make sure their airway is kept clear. Babies might actually clear such fluids better when on their backs because of the location of the windpipe, which is the trachea, when in the back sleep position. My second question is from Jennifer, who is 27, and she asked, I was placed to sleep on my stomach as a baby. Was that wrong? So we didn't know as much about sudden infant death syndrome or ways to reduce the risk until the early 1990s. There's no way to know which babies will die of SIDS, but we do know how to reduce the risk. One of the most effective and easiest ways to reduce the risk of SIDS is to place your baby on their back for naps and at night. In the early 1990s, when infant stomach sleeping was more common, almost 5,000 babies died of SIDS each year. Today, as more babies sleep on their backs, the rate of SIDS has dropped by more than 50%. And my last question is from Allison, who is 18. What if my baby can't get used to sleeping on her back? So Allison, the baby's comfort is important, but safety is more important. Parents and caregivers should place babies on their backs to sleep even if they seem less comfortable or sleep more lightly when they're on their stomachs or in their car seat or in your arms or even in bed with you. Some babies don't like sleeping on their backs at first, but most likely they will get used to it. If they don't, there might be another problem such as colicky or acid reflux, something like that. So if that's going on, then you need to see your pediatrician or doctor. The earlier you start placing your baby on their back to sleep, the more likely they will adjust to the position. All right, you guys, looks like I'm out of time, but have 150 donated pack and plays here with me today. So if you're a new mom or you're expecting, please come and grab one. I don't want anyone that needs one or knows someone who needs one to leave here without it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the lobby. Thank you.